I'd like to introduce you to Ross Bhappu to share his reflections on uranium mining and energy fuels. Um, Ross brings executive leadership, extensive executive leadership in scaling companies' operations and bringing strategic visions to reality. Finally, before I bring Ross on up here, before we wrap, don't forget to join us at our critically important science fair tonight from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Blanding Arts and Events Center. Actually, 70 local students will be showcasing their science projects, and we'd love to have your encouragement and support. So, with that, I'll turn it over to Ross.
Thank you, Curtis, and thank you, everybody. Gosh, you can't help but be excited about energy fuels and nuclear, the nuclear future, as well as our rare earth activities and what we're doing in heavy mineral sands. Before I get into some of my closing remarks, I want to thank a number of people. I think Mark thanked them at the beginning, but these events don't happen without a tremendous amount of work, and so I want to thank Kim, Taylor, Logan, and Pam from our Energy Fuels team and the entire White Mesa team that helped put this all together. We have Jenny and Gary from Blue Shirt. From the GBSM team, we have Janine, Jackie, Kaylee, and Molly. And then finally, from the Zuma team, we have Melissa and Megan. And again, none of this happens without a tremendous amount of work. My name is Ross Bhappu. I'm in week 11, middle of week 11 with the firm. I'm president of the company. Thrilled to be working with Mark and Curtis and Dave and the rest of this incredible team. It's been drinking from a fire hose for the last 11 weeks, but it's going to continue for a while, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be here. When I look at the speakers we've had today, Leland came out and talked about some of the work that he did, about his learning physics from his mother. The can do, never say no attitude. And I think about the parallels with the teams that we have here within Energy Fuels. There's nothing that these guys will say, no, we can't do that. There's nothing that they do that isn't done first class and in a way that's incredibly responsible and successful. So we have a lot of parallels to what Leland was saying. Constantine gave us some great remarks on how unique Energy Fuels is, our ability to process monazite. It's a game changer in the rare earth space. Every rare earth mineral has uranium or thorium. It's got a radioactive component, and we can deal with that here. So it gives us a tremendous unique capability. He stressed the fact that it's we're critical to the future of the U.S. energy and critical minerals independence, and couldn't agree more. The session we had, the panel discussion with the Navajo Nation, and with Stephen's comments just now, you can't help but think that we're doing something right when you think about how we've built a partnership that's working so well together. And I can't be more proud of that. There were other comments, Anya about deep fission, Brian regarding the state of Utah and how important the state of Utah is to critical minerals and mining in general. And again, I would just say it's a state that's incredibly supportive of what we're doing. And then when Deb gets up and speaks about rare earths, you can't help but get excited about rare earths. So, we've had an incredible, and then Maria talking about uranium and nuclear energy and the importance of nuclear energy to our energy independence. You can't help again but be excited about what we're doing in this space. So, when we think about energy fuels, there's the three main components of energy fuels. We've talked about this earlier: uranium, rare earths, and the heavy mineral sands. But what's unique and what builds this business so successfully is right here. It's the White Mesa mill that brings all this together. And it's the White Mesa mill that sets us apart, makes us unique. When we think about what is it that makes us unique, is that we are critically important to national security and critical minerals independence. And so you look at all these different aspects of our life, of national security, we are vitally important to solving that problem and becoming independent of countries that wouldn't want to see us succeed in this area. Sorry, these are going to be hard to see, these slides. The White Mesa Mill, it's unique. I mean, I think we've been talking about that all day. The White Mesa Mill, it's the only licensed operating commercial facility in the U.S. for producing conventional ores, for processing conventional ores and uranium. But then we're also unique in being able to process monazite and produce rare earth minerals. It's an incredibly unique and important facility, and it's really a national treasure when you think about the importance to national security. The local, you can't really read this very well, but the community relationships that we have, we're the largest or one of the largest private employers here in San Juan County. We've built incredible relationships, as we talked about, with the local communities, with the Navajo Nation. That can't be understated. We're doing things responsibly, and we'll continue to do things responsibly as we go forward. One of the important things, and one of the things that I think we're all very proud of, is our financial capabilities. You saw just last week we raised $700 million. That's a huge amount of money and a huge amount of trust that's being put into us by investors and shareholders. But it's given us the financial horsepower to go out and execute on a lot of the business activities that we've got on our plate. And so we're in a really unique position, I think, now to go and do what we are planning to do. We have some incredibly ambitious plans going forward, but we now have the financial horsepower to see that succeed. And finally, I would just say we are critically important. We use that byline, but we are a critically important company. We have not only the natural resources, we have the human resources to succeed. We have this facility here at White Mesa. We really are a company that is positioned to be very, very successful going forward. And I think the market is starting to take notice of it. We just exceeded $6 billion in market cap today, which is quite an accomplishment. And so really proud to be a part of this team. I hope you got a lot out of today, and we're going to continue tomorrow for those of you that are staying on tomorrow. We had an incredibly successful tour of Pinyon Plain yesterday, and there's another group going tomorrow. So just again, want to thank you for participating, thank the team here for hosting us and making everybody feel so welcome. So with that, have a great evening, and thank you.